Greetings and salutations. Thank you for joining me for this second episode of the second season of Twisted Strands. My name is Jeannie, or you can call me JD. I respond to both. And yes, this is a new shawl. This is something I knit last November. I have it in my Ravelry projects, but I forgot the name. But it's made with hobby yarn. They had Halloween, and I lost my mind when I saw the colors that they had. I have 3 more skeins left to play with. I bought the entire set just to get this color, I think, and I love it. Anyway, what's going on? I am hungry and I want all the carbs. Good thing I don't have anything to do tonight, or else I'd probably head out and buy myself a cake and stuff my face into it. Or a bag of chips. Or a milkshake or something. I don't know why. I am just freaking hungry. Instead, Tracy, this one's for you. Cape May Brewing Company. They're in Cape May. And whenever I see their beer, I look at it and see if it's something I like. And this is my favorite of theirs right now. It's Cape May Brewing Company. And what kind are they saying it? Oh, it's just a Belgian style wheat. I hope it's not funky. It is a couple of weeks old. Hey, at least it wasn't since 2020, alright? Sometimes it is. It's not skunky, thank goodness. Oof. So, anyway, what's going on in my life? I'm still working on this goddamn prayer shawl, otherwise known as the Mystery of the Trinity shawl, and as you can see, there are a lot of mistakes. It's knit with Plymouth Encore, a wonderful blend of acrylic and the hell is it? Oh, wool. And it's machine washable. And this is a prayer shawl for my church. We do that. Another whip. Remember how I was so happy that look at the camera, Jeannie. I had finished the little strip of rainbow. Yeah, well, it turns out I got an email from the church and they said, could you please make it 14 feet 5 inches long? So now it's going to be 14 feet 5 inches long, and that means, excuse my reach, that I had to order some more. Thankfully, I'll be reimbursed by the church because it's for the front of their area, but I have to get it done. All of it done by April 21st. Yikes! But anyway, this is the Red Heart Super Saver / Yarnspiration Super Saver Ogo Tangle Free Quick Start. So now you get to see the yarn in its first form, and not to be lewd, but it does look like a cigar sausage. Alright, it looks like a willy if you hold it like this and let it wiggle. It amuses me deeply when it moves around. No, it doesn't tangle, but it unwinds very easily. So I find that frustrating because after it unwinds, it gets tangled. So what's the point of doing that? So this is going to grow and grow and grow, and hopefully, maybe, just maybe, I'll finish the goddamn shawl. Yep. Oh, and I did manage to do some Zoom Loom squares like I promised you and I. Promised myself just as much as you. So these are the 6 I did. Unfortunately, a lot of these were old fat fibrous samples. Some of the labels fell off, so I'm just going to show it to you. I do love how the hand-dyed looks when you weave it. It's fun to watch. Now, this is, I don't know what this one is either, but isn't that neat? They're only about 4 inches. And this one's clearly like almost a worsted weight. And this is also fun. This is the same yarn. This is one of those self-patterning Barocco yarns that I got for socks, and I have a whole ball left over. And this is how it looked with the Zoom loom. And I bought this special loom from Hazel Rose Looms. And I like the tighter weave that it gives me, and I love how the patterning looked. But I'm still frustrated by the loose loops that I get on just one side. As you can see, the rest of the sides look great, but just not this. Ugh. This is 2 yarns. I just didn't want to waste the beautiful yellow silk. So when I ran out, I tied a knot. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, this is where the knot is. Right there. You can barely tell. So it's about a DK worsted weight yellow silk with some of this woven in on the last round, so to speak. So this is a blend, and I think it worked out really well. So anyway, that's the Zoom loom, and right now that's all I'm working on. Now, clearly I didn't stop buying yarn, well, because of not podcasting. I did want to show one beautiful skein that I purchased at Garden State Sheep and Wool. This is by one of my favorite dyers, Cape May Fiber Company. And yeah, kind of obvious. I like Cape May, duh. But yeah, look at this. And she names her yarns after different, areas of Cape May. This one is called Cement Ship, which is located off the shore in the bay off of Sunset Beach, and I think it's called the Atlantis, but they sunk it. It was a cement ship built for the war, and they sunk it to become reef, and it's just slowly disintegrating in the salt water, and it's really, really cool. Okay. Little bit of a sip break. So I've gotten into, moving on to stuff and junk. Now, I've gotten into woodworking during the pandemic, and after Dad passed, I thought to myself, why don't I get a lathe, which is what you make bowls and dowels and little spindles and all sorts of things with. So I took a class last Friday, and I did okay, but I broke what I was working on. This is the original bowl that I started with, and I busted it, which is a danger. You're dealing with sharp tools that need to be kept sharp and quickly rotating pieces of wood, and this was damaged when the tool caught It's called a catch. And the wood just flings itself off, and that's why you wear faceplates, which I was. So the teacher very kindly just glued this piece back on, but he said, I'm sorry, you're going to have to finish this at home. So I did. Sapele is the name of the wood. It's redwood, which unfortunately I'm sensitive to the sand dust, so I have to be careful. Ooh, sorry if the camera moves. But yes, I managed to catch it again and damage it further. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to carve it and make it a short bowl. So I kept turning it. And then when I was satisfied that it didn't look like shit, I finished it. This is a bowl blank made of 2 pieces of sapele. So this is my second finished bowl. This is the one I'm more proud of because I worked harder on it and I did a lot more of the work associated with making it. When the bowl that I worked on broke, I was like, aw. But while the glue dried on that, he let me work on an old blank that he had. And this is spalted maple. And this is Indian red oak, I think. I'm not really sure. So he got it to where I could work on it a little bit, and this is he worked a lot on this, so I'm not going to take full credit, but I did the finishing work, and yeah. So this is my other bowl that I worked on. I'm working on another one, but since I'm sensitive, I've given myself a couple of days off, a little bit of a break from the sawdust. But I went to Woodcraft, which is a woodworking store, and I bought some more materials. These materials were more money than I wanted to spend, but I figure it's kind of like buying nice hand-dyed yarn to make into something else. So I felt better about buying the stuff. I bought this and some acrylic pen blanks that I have no idea what I'm going to do with. This one is gorgeous. Naturally, I don't have my friggin' receipt, so I don't know what to tell you what it is. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Disorganized as ever, can't you tell? But this wood I'm really happy with. The other wood is on my lathe and it's being turned into a bowl. I'm going to attempt my first yarn bowl. We'll see. Hopefully I'll have that finished next week for us. Last thing, I wanted to review the latest interweave knits. It's a decent issue, a bit frou-frou for me. And by frou-frou, there's some articles talking about art and knitting, and while I did love the knitting and fine art article, I read that and quite enjoyed it. I didn't like the ending article that is in the back. When you get a little bit too woo-woo, you lose me. It's ravelings. I didn't like that section. Maybe you loved it. I don't mean any offense by saying I thought it was BS. But hey. I did like some of the patterns. I did not count who was what and what did who. Yeah, most of the models seem to just be this one red-headed chick. Yeah, pretty average for them. And they're not known for the variety of people that they display. You know what I'm saying? But I really thought this was nice. They were going for Art Nouveau. Sure, whatever you like to say. And the Loewe shawl, that was nice. That's lovely. Oh, what else? There was some things I really did like. I mean, I'm not really sure if I would make any of this stuff, though. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you do. I liked the zigzag curvy patterns there. And yeah. This one is gorgeous. The Pavo shawl by Elise Miller. That's gorgeous. It's modeled after a peacock. I really liked that one. It's a possibility. I mean, I'm not saying no, but geez, that must take a lot of yarn. But anyway, yeah, it wasn't too bad. There was a bird sweater. Yeah, here, let me just show you something that I thought was amusing about it. 'Cause sometimes it makes me go, what? Yeah, this was, I'm not going to make fun of anybody who loves this or someone wearing it in the Fiber Festival, but I just don't see the attraction of wearing a great blue tit on my tits. So, bad joke of the day. Anyway. Oh, I'm still watching The Office is on over here. I'm watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm watching Seinfeld. I'm watching, one that you can see for free on the Sci-Fi app or Hulu or whatever. And it's really good. It's called Astrid and Lily Save the World. I highly recommend that show. It is so good. So good. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. And that's it for now. I will talk to you next week. Maybe I'll even brush my hair. But anyway, I just want to stop and say thank you so much for the welcome back. I so appreciated hearing from everybody, and your comments were lovely and so very welcoming, and I really appreciated it. So thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't, please subscribe and leave a comment on Facebook or Twisted Strands or Twitter or whatever. And I'd love to hear from you, because I do love talking about crafts, but sometimes I love to hear people responding to what I say. So anyway, cheers, and don't forget, whenever you're making crafts, from the simple to the sublime, you are making the world a more beautiful place, and for that, I thank you. Have a good week.